As you've read in the ground school material, the procedures we'll follow today are similar to real-world airline flying, but I've simplified them a lot for the purpose of teaching you the basics of flying jets. Let's hop to it and get the airplane ready for takeoff. We'll begin by running through an abbreviated checklist. Set takeoff flaps to 5 by pressing F7 3 times. Set auto brakes to RTO. No, I mean the jet's auto brakes, not the brakes in your car. Turn the landing light on by clicking the landing light switch. Okay, you would have got that one without me. Okay, I think we're ready for takeoff. But first, you have to remove your hands from over your eyes. Yes, that's better. Before we pour on the coals, let's quickly run through the takeoff procedure. You're going to move the throttles forward and increase the power to 40% N1 with the brakes set. Then, you'll release the brakes, set takeoff power to 95% N1, cross-check that both of your airspeed indicators are alive and engine gauges are in the green at 80 knots. Look for V1 at 150 knots. Rotate at 154 knots. Pitch up at 3 degrees per second until you reach 20 degrees nose-up attitude. Look for V2 at 162 knots. Check for positive rate of climb, then raise the landing gear. That's a lot to do in a short amount of time. This is one reason we have co-pilots. Wanting a cup of coffee is another reason we have co-pilots too. At about 1,000 feet above ground level, we'll start retracting the flaps, set climb power for 90% N1, and lower the nose to 15 degrees nose-up pitch. You'll maintain 200 knots until 3,000 feet above ground level, and then lower the nose to about 10 degrees nose-up pitch. After you reach 200 knots, retract the flaps completely, accelerate to 250 knots, and set auto brakes to off. You'll then be in a stable climb at 250 knots. Got all that? Don't worry, I'll be your co-pilot and help you along the way. But you'll have to get your own coffee. Things are going to happen fast between now and getting into a stabilized climb. If you get behind too much, feel free to press escape and restart the lesson. This is the electronic version of putting your hands back over your eyes. Here we go. You're clear for takeoff, so fly straight out, climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Advance the throttles to 40% N1. It takes very little throttle to hit 40%. Release the brakes and track the runway centerline. Now set power for 95% N1. There's 80 knots. Cross-check your 2 airspeed indicators and engine gauges. There's 150. Now 154. Rotate. Slowly bring the nose up to 20 degrees pitch up attitude. Good. You've accelerated through 162, which is V2. You have a positive rate of climb, so press G to raise the gear. Continue climbing. We're at 1,000 feet AGL, so press F6 twice to retract flaps to 1. Now set climb power to 90% N1 and change your nose-up pitch angle to 15 degrees. Now maintain 200 knots by adjusting your pitch. You've just passed through 3,000 feet, so lower your nose to 10 degrees nose-up pitch. It's time to retract the flaps completely. Press F6 once more. With your gear up, it's time to set auto brakes to off. Adjust your pitch to maintain 250 knots in a stable climb to 10,000 feet. Things are a little less frantic now. Use your trim to keep everything stable. Leveling off at 12,000 feet means we will start our preparation around 10,000 feet. You'll continue to decrease your pitch and accelerate to cruise speed. Then we'll practice some turns. Okay, there's 10,000 feet. Decrease your pitch to 6 degrees nose-up pitch, accelerate to 280 knots, and leave the power at 90% and 1. Also, switch your landing light off now. With 1,000 feet to go, lower the nose to get 1,500 feet per minute on the VSI. Speed up. You're coming up within 150 feet of 12,000 feet, so decrease your pitch to about 2 degrees and reduce your power to about 55% and 1. There's 12,000 feet. Level off and trim for level flight. Continue on this heading until we get over Payne Field.